let's see how to start this. Man, I hate Activision. Yeah, just not because of Call of Duty and the way they want to make everything play to win, but just so. The reason I'm making this video is I feel that gaming culture is being threatened a little bit with everything that's going on. Recently in the news, what ended up happening was Activision Blizzard is laying off 8% of their entire staff of about 9,000 people. Something that came out during an earnings call on February 12th. And basically, kind of to go short of it, I'm going to pull this up in front of me. Basically, Activision Blizzard CEO Bobby Kotick told investors that a company had once again achieved record results in 2018. How a company who achieved record results in 2018 is laying off 8% of its staff because they're having it as they achieved. I think some of the reporting was interesting is that they didn't really. So they achieved a record year, right? But at the same time, they didn't meet the goals that they set, so that's hurting the company. On top of that, they're not forecasting a very strong 2019, so that's why they're cutting people down. I mean, it makes sense. Kotick also went on to say Activision Blizzard will invest primarily in live services like Battle.net and esports with a focus on Candy Crush, Call of Duty. Candy Crush, Call of Duty, Overwatch, Warcraft, Diablo, and Hearthstone. Something that was pointed out to me that a lot of those, like the bigger franchises that are in there, are already Blizzard games, which I think that was kind of my biggest worry. And so, yeah, and so I kind of kept thinking about it because the thing is that they're one of the biggest things that they're going to be taking a cut to is esports, which here it says that they're going to be adding to it, which is kind of, I don't know, weird. And so, I mean, I remember a while ago that, like, there aren't that many avenues anymore, and I think Blizzard was one of the people who do esports really well, and they put a lot of effort into it. And just to hear that that's all getting cut back, and I mean, they're also saying that was bloated. So, I mean, again, a lot of those numbers aren't out there to see, like, what, and I'm sure the further on we go, the more we're going to realize what's happening. And that kind of led me to think of Destiny leaving Activision. And one of the people there ended up telling us kind of the 3 reasons why it happened. And that ended up being, first, this is the person stating it, Destiny IP isn't owned by Activision, which is, I knew that Destiny or Bungie had cut a pretty good deal with that. And then basically, since they didn't own the IP, they couldn't do what they wanted with it. Basically, mean they couldn't shove it full of transactions and cosmetics and stuff like that people would have to pay and, work. And like a couple weeks ago, there was a huge kerfuffle about I believe it was Call of Duty charging people money for a different relic or different dot on their screen. It was, I think, a $5 transaction or $3, something like that. I'm just like, so the second reason for it was highly critically acclaimed, and it was a lot of people liked Destiny too, but it just wasn't making them money. And so that, again, affected why they kind of moved and shifted away from it. Which, again, they're saying that it didn't make it money, but at the same time, the things that they're doing are just totally destroying the game. And I've put so much money into Destiny 1, or to the first Destiny. I got all the expansions, I bought into it as much as I could. And I still, I hated putting so much money into it, because I didn't feel like I was getting exactly what I wanted out of it. And so, for Destiny 2, I ended up getting it for like $15 off a Humble Bundle. And from that Humble Bundle, I was like, okay, $15 is a good investment. I could put it in there, see how it goes. And I ended up liking it. I really did. I've always liked the Destiny games. Like, they're, as grindy and as repetitive as they are fun to play. But I just hate that you ended up getting paywalled and having to get stuck behind certain things. And again, I blame Activision for that, where it's basically once a new expansion came out, the game was basically bricked. You might as well, if you didn't buy the expansion, not play it, because you either going to be way behind other people, or you're just not going to be able to play with the majority of people that are actually playing it. I would Destiny 2 is the same problem. Um, I waited a while not to get the season pass, and irritatingly enough, right when I bought it, I think a week or two later, it dropped in price, went on sale. It irritated the hell out of me. Um, but I ended up getting that, and then for the second expansion pass, I ended up not getting it. And that's kind of where my Destiny time ended, unfortunately. And again, that's going off and saying that Destiny is a highly acclaimed game and didn't perform well. It's because the thing is, you were toxic with the community. Activision was, Blizzard was, whoever, Activision, Blizzard, I think it's more Activision, and that just really hurt it. Um, and again, it was also apparently tying up development talent at Activision Blizzard, and so now that it's not there, they're free to go do other things. And I'm like, if that's truly it, then you need to find, like, there are plenty of other great developers out there that you could go find, and they just don't. Um, yeah, and so I don't know, with all these layoffs coming off to Activision and Destiny leaving, I'm not surprised. I wonder what are going to be the changes next. Like, what's the next thing that's going to happen for, let's say, Overwatch? Like, they're apparently putting way more development power behind, like, Diablo, Overwatch, and Call of Duty, and we'll see what comes out. We'll see. I'm waiting for them to start doing something like Call of Duty's, to have something that Call of Duty's doing, where you have to buy a new game every so often. Because I don't see loot boxes supporting Overwatch for as long as it is. So yeah, awesome. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you're listening to this in the audio form, thanks for downloading. Have a great day.